Once again, it's your Spice Drive, and I'm your host, CEO Charles Otieno, bringing you on the cool vibes, beautiful conversations, and hot stuff lined up for this show. Of course, it's another Thursday, so we got a bit of TBT, a bit of beautiful conversations, and a bit of what you want in between, what you want to hear. And of course, we start our conversation with what's happening in Bondo all the way. The man Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, the former vice president, stormed in Bondo with enough cattle. People are saying around 100, people are saying about 60. And in honor of the late Raila Amolo Odinga. So it seems that Kalonzo decided today is the day he wants to go and pay the last respects officially in a very majestic fashion with a lot of leaders from Mukambani, the Council of Elders from Mukambani, the MPs, the governors from Mukambani, and they have actually painted the town yellow in Kamba colors. Now, what's interesting is that Kalonzo has shown what true friendship is all about. I don't know who is your friend and what level of friendship you share with your friends, because if a friend is if you have a friend indeed, is a friend in need. And you could see that Kalonzo waited, though he didn't get a lot of time to talk during the memorial service, which he was given during the state function or state funeral. Kalonzo waited for his time, and he has shown up today in Bondo with lots of cattle and gifts to Mama Ida, just to say that this man was a great friend of mine and to have time to mourn. So what I capture from this is that you must have friendship that lasts a lifetime. Friendship that people would come to your grave or to your funeral and they still hold you in high esteem. Do you have such a friend? Because Kalonzo has shown what true friendship is. And away from Kalonzo Musyoka, yesterday, Nuru Okanga, Raila man, showed up in Bondo. And what I love about Mama Ida is that he receives guests, both high and mighty, and still treats them equally, even the low income earners like Nuru. And you see, Nuru didn't walk into a poda empty-handed. You know what? Nuru Okanga came with a jogo and 2 guinea fowls. I don't know where he got guinea fowls from, in all honesty, because I've never seen anyone give someone out guinea fowls. But he actually went with his wife and his family to condole with Mama Ida and Raila Jr. And what I love most is that at least Raila Jr. and Mama Ida gave them an ear and listened to them. And it is good to see that Mama Ida has been receiving both the mighty and any other person who comes to visit. But you see, Raila's funeral has been something which people will never forget in a very long time. Every day, approximately 2,000 visitors go to pay homage. 2,000. I think there is no single grave that people have visited like Raila Odinga's grave, and it will hold a record, I swear, in this world. And when Guinness Book of Record will be checking on the most visited grave, Raila Odinga has become a shrine of all sorts, because people are going there from the low, the mighty, and in between. So my question to you, ladies and gentlemen, when we start this show today, who is your friend? Can your friend stand up for you throughout your life and even in death? Or you have these fake friends who will just say, huyo jamaa alitusumbua sana, and all those other, and many other stories. So Tanzanians must know, we must tell them that the altercation with Kenya is not the right thing. So we are telling Tanzanians, especially the leadership of Tanzania, to refrain from hurting Kenyans. All those things they're doing to Kenyans is not good at all. And away from Tanzania, let's look at what the Tanzanian music industry has been saying. And after a long period of quietness, of course, from Diamond Platnumz, Zuchu, and the rest, yesterday, the Tanzanian artists broke their silence and they said that they're praying for Tanzania. Diamond was the first to say, we are praying for Tanzania in his social media handles. Then Raivani said Sisi ni mandugu. Then Nandi expressed condolences to the bereaved families. And there was, of course, Zuchu as well, and Mboso, and many other, and Juma Jukes, alongside many other South Africans. But the kicker of it all was Shoma Jonesy, the South African seamstress, who said that the Tanzanian musicians have failed the industry miserably because they are doing what she called performative patriotism, saying that they get money and forget that art should mirror the society. So, Shoma Jonesy, kudos to the South African lady for actually correcting the Tanzanian musicians by telling them the truth, because, of course, all these guys who sing CCM, most of them are being paid for those performances. And Diamond is the leader of the group. So, clearly, they don't have ideology, they don't share ideology, and they don't reflect what the country needs at this time. Away from Diamond and his shenanigans, let's look at what's happening to our own and only Aziad Nasenyana. So Aziad finally has sued the SACCO who gave the money to buy the house, because she's saying that she had paid part of that loan and the SACCO wanted to repossess the house she was leasing for 20 million. So Aziad has gone to court. Let's see how that pans out. Anyway, there's a lady in Tanzania called Mange Kimambi. She's a social media activist, and she has revealed a lot of things which are going down in Tanzania. Mange has not been mincing her words about the extreme leadership of Samia Suluhu Hassan and how Kenyans are being targeted. What shocks me is the president and the prime cabinet secretary has not done anything to protect Kenyans who are under harassment in Tanzania, nor sent any diplomatic protest letter to Tanzanian authorities on mistreatment of Kenyans, especially on the new rules being developed or devised against Kenyans, especially the visitors and those people who are working there. And they are very, very draconian. And Kenyan government seems to live and just keep quiet when this is happening. Yet in Nairobi, did you know in Nairobi, 90% of the beggars are from Tanzania? If we decided to chase their beggars, what would they do? I'm not saying anything yet. But the question is, if Kenyans retaliate, we start by chasing the beggars, the people from Chaga origin who are in Gikomba, we'll chase everyone. Who, by the way, if Tanzania moves out of EAC, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we will not feel anything. Because Tanzania, even if they leave, they're not our biggest trading partner. So maybe they're leaning towards SADC, but well, their goose is also cooked, because we are the people who support and give their economy what they require. Only what will suffer is what President William Ruto said yesterday. Remember that we will have power rationing officially. So from 7 p.m. to around 11, because we have a lot of, we do not have enough power to sustain all our areas, because Kenya is well lit, but the power supply is a bit low. So we buy power from Uganda. Maybe we should buy from Samia Suluhu Hassan's Tanzania. But I doubt whether if she sells to us, she can even switch it off, because she doesn't like us anyway. But business is business.